Hi, I want to talk about one or two or three things you will not do in your marriage that can cost you or cost your spouse. Uh, Number one is unless unless you're fed up, you have said enough is enough, and you want to walk out in your marriage. I mean, you're ready to walk out. You don't get to discuss any negativity about your spouse with any member of your family or his family. And when I talk is about negativity is when you fight, because that is the only time you see somebody's negativity. When you fight, when you are in an argument or in a disagreement, and then with that anger, especially as women, we have that habit. With at that anger, you call your mom, you call your sister, or you call the ones you call your bestie, and you say, I have had enough. According to you, because of that moment, I have had enough. I can't deal with this. I cannot do this. I will not do this. I'm out. Then you decide to probably go for a fresh air. Then he comes back and he begs you, and you're back. He apologizes or she apologizes. I'm talking about the both parties. But on women, uh, I'm focusing more. But it happens in both ways. Then you reconcile. Here is the problem. Your friend, your mother, your father, your sister, or your brother, or your mother-in-law, or whoever you told these stories and these dramatic stories, they did not reconcile. He did not go to explain himself because he doesn't need to actually. He just need to explain it to you, he or she. And do you know what happens? When you go back, you are the stupid one, like because of the what he did. How can you forgive him for all that? Especially the besties. Woo! Wanajua kuwakisha moto. So there is hatred. They hate him for what he did to you, according to the story that you gave, because not all stories are true. Sometimes you talk about things because you wanted something. Sometimes you didn't even investigate. Probably it was a crime he was cheating, which was probably at the end of the day, it was not true. But you have already told the story. So they see him as a woman beater, as anapiga bibi yake sijui. All these things, that is what they see. And that thing, it doesn't change. When to them it doesn't change, but to you it will change because you love this man. He loves you. You're building an empire, you're building a family, you have kids, you have growth. So, and my friend, in marriage, fights, they never end. Quarrels, arguments. That's not your mother. That is not your sister. Forget about your mother or your sister. You even fight with your sisters. You even fight with your brothers. So there is no way you can live a life with somebody you have just met who is a grown man, a grown woman, and expect everything will be. No, there are things that you will see, and there are mornings that you wake up and wonder, Lord Jesus, of all the men, of all the women in this world, I had to pick this one. Then there is those moments you wake up and just glorify God for him or her. That is marriage for you. So if you are the type, every time you fight, you run somebody, every time you fight, you have to talk about it, put water on your mouth. Every time you see somebody and you want to really tell him or her what is going on in your matrimonial home, weka maji kwa mdomo na usimeze. Put water in your mouth and don't swallow until the person goes. You just say yes, 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 yes. Don't say it. Number two, there is this generation of women. When you disagree with your man, you you run away. And when you run away, you go to your you don't go to your friend's house, you don't go to your mother's home, you rent your own home. Like I said in the beginning, unless you're ready to walk out of that marriage, you will go rent a home. But you don't go to rent a house so that you can see what he will do. Don't be silly. A decision making to go renting your home, you are bringing this I can do it. Hey, I can take care of myself. And he might even think you're in another relationship. So the damage, it's too much. We were taught, and I have seen it, when you disagree, you either go to your mother-in-law's house, and I'll tell you why you do not do that, or you go to your mother's house. And even when you go to your friend's house, like I said, you don't get to discuss it. You just say, we had a disagreement. He can come, we talk. This is your parents or your mother-in-law. Let him come, we talk about it. You're supposed to gossip about the love of your life, the father of your children, when he's in front, when he's there. You talk about, because this, when he's there, you will not tell any lies. You speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay? So you tell her, things are not going okay. Things are not light at home. This is your friend. I'm just taking a break. You don't go to details of what he did unless you have physical evidence that he has beaten you. That when a man, when it comes to hitting, that this is a no discussion. Violence, no. But I'm saying, don't let. When you run away from your home, you go to your mother. You go back home to where he picked you up from. And this is what happens. You wait until he comes home to take you. A gentleman will take his uncle or an elderly man and come home and have a discussion. Our beginner, they'll call you, come back, please come back. You don't do that. You don't go back until he comes. Namrudi. You don't take yourself back, because if you take yourself back, trust me, unless niwe ulikuwa umekosea. If it was his mistake and you believe this is unjust, then you should go back. No, his mistakes, he will come and agree on something. Your mistake, you will have to go back when you settle, when the is over. Now, this video will have to have a part 2. So who do we talk to? Why don't we have to talk to our parents about, especially our parents, about it? The reason as to why we will not do it. So we will have a part 2 of it.